Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Carolina and I just love to do makeup. Obviously, I will say this in every video, skin prep is really important, and it should be important to everybody, not only for the application of your makeup, but so that your skin is healthy. I used to have pretty bad acne at one point. You could still kind of see these scars on my face. Luckily, I have been able to get rid of the acne. These are just scars. I have no texture anymore. They won't go away. But they have faded a lot since I have started my skincare journey, so if you're interested in seeing a skincare routine, just let me know. Right, so starting off with primer, I've been using this Origins Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer. Oh my gosh, this thing is so cool, and I feel like it really does work. Like, I've been using it for the past week or so, and I have noticed an increase on the longevity of my makeup. So if there's anything in this world that I cannot live without, and anybody that knows me knows, it is chapstick. I use mainly drugstore foundations. I'll show you a few of my favorites. The Maybelline Fit Me is very old but very trusted foundation of mine. Another great foundation that I like to use for more glowy skin is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. These all just last so long, and they are so comparable to some really high-end foundations. Like, I just don't see the point in spending a lot of money in a really high-end foundation when you have great options at the drugstore. Maybe it's because I've never really owned a really great expensive foundation, but I just stick to my drugstore. For today, I'm actually going to be mixing my L'Oreal True Match foundation and a little bit of my Makeup Forever HD. The only reason I'm mixing these is, one, because this one is more of a luminous finish and I do want a bit of dewiness in my skin, but also it's a little too light for me, and my Makeup Forever one is a little bit darker, so I just mix them and it gives me the perfect match. Was I the only person back then that didn't apply foundation to their forehead because they just felt like it wasn't necessary? Like, I would literally do everything from the eyes down but nothing above my eyebrows. Like, I never. Make sure to bring it down the neck a bit. Next, I'm going in with concealer. I'm going to be using my Makeup Revolution concealer. This is in the shade C6. And I don't like to go too crazy on my concealer. And again, using my Morphe sponge to blend that in. And putting it on the lid to act as an eyeshadow primer. I do like to set my concealer right after I'm done blending it in. So I'm just going to blend it out one last time so that there's no creases. And I'm going to use my NYX HD powder in the shade Banana. And with the same sponge, just melting it into the skin. Something I don't like to set immediately is my foundation. I used to go in straight with powder right after I was done applying it. But what I learned with that, especially for people with dry skin, is it makes it look a little bit cakey, and I feel like your foundation has to set into your skin before you even set it with powder. So what I like to do is I go straight into my eyes and I give my foundation about 5 to 10 minutes to actually set into the skin, and if I still need to powder like my T-zone or anything like that, I will, but at that point my foundation is pretty much locked. I'm going to be going into my Morphe 350 palette, and I am taking this shade and putting that in my crease. I have to pick out my outfit before I pick out my makeup look. Does that make any sense? Like, I need to know what I'm wearing before I do my makeup, because like, if I do my makeup a certain way and I can't find something to wear to complement it, I'm just gonna be in a bad mood. Today I decided to go in with this kind of pukey green shade in that 350 palette, and I'm going to be putting that right below that transition shade. And I love this color, like it's so pretty. Also, who's getting the Jaclyn Hill palette? Because I fucking am. I'm broke. I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be, but like I have to. There's no way that I can't. Always make sure to take your time blending out your eyeshadows. It's really important to just make sure that it looks seamless and effortless. Also, a really important tip that I've learned as well is holding your brush a little bit more towards the end as opposed to holding it like a pencil. So the closer up you hold it to the bristles is the more pressure that you're going to be applying onto your eyeshadow, or with your eyeshadow. And the further away is the least amount of pressure. So like I said, when you're gradually building up colors, you want very light pressure so that you get the most seamless effect. That's pretty much all I'm going to be doing for the crease. I'm actually going to be using something that's really easy to use even for beginners. And it's a really beautiful formula, and I just love the concept of it. It's this ColourPop Supernova shadow. It's almost like a liquid shadow, so it has an applicator like a lipstick like this, and you just put it on your eye, and I like to blend it out with my finger afterwards. Do you see how easy that is to use? Like you literally just put it on your eye like as if you're painting. If you want to be a little more precise with it, you can always take like a flat brush and take it off of the applicator and apply it onto your eyes, but I feel like this applicator is pretty good, so I just like to go straight into it. So beautiful. Yeah, taking my pinky and just kind of softening up the edges of where I applied that so that it doesn't look too harsh. Oh, I should tell you what shade this is. This is in the shade Walk of Fame. My camera cut off. Right now I'm just going in and doing my eyeshadow liner, just drawing a line straight up towards the tail of my eyebrow. And then I'm going to draw a line connecting this straight back to the center of my eye. So just like that. And then you just fill in the gap in between. Alright, so that came out a lot more dramatic than I expected it to, but that's always the risk when doing eyeliner, right? I love the look of elongated eyes and, you know, that kind of feline cat eye, if you will. I'm gonna come back to the eyes in just a minute, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the face. So by now, the foundation has officially set. So you can see that I am still a little bit oily in the T-zone and on my chin, but I don't really wanna set my cheeks because I love the luminosity that the foundation is giving me. So I'm just gonna really lightly set it with my Fit Me powder and not swiping it. You don't wanna swipe it because then you're moving your foundation around. You want to tap it into your skin so that it's picking up any of that oil. All right, so now I'm gonna jump straight into bronzing. For this, I will be using my Morphe R2. I love this bronzer because no matter how much you apply it, it never looks muddy and it always blends out so beautifully. I am bronzing on the perimeter of my face. So when bronzing, it's a little bit more in a general area. Contouring is a lot more precise. Right now, I'm not really strategically placing it anywhere. I mean, I am gonna place it on my cheeks, on my forehead, and on my jawline, just like contouring, but it's not going to be as precise. Oh my god, look at my eyebrow. Alright, so now that we are all bronzed up, we're going to jump into blush. The blush by the Balm called Hot Mama, and I love this blush. It's very comparable to the NARS Orgasm. I've had this, no joke. I bought this at TJ Maxx at least, I want to say like 6 years ago or so. Came with the Bahama Mama set, and I was obsessed with these. I use the Bahama, like that's been done for years now, but like this I have kept and I've tried not to use it because I don't want to waste it. Does anyone else do that? It's very near and dear to my heart. Then we're gonna go back into my eyes. I know my makeup routine is just kind of literally all over the place, but this is how I do it every day. So I figured I should just do this really raw. I'm gonna be going in with a pencil brush and going back into that pukey green color and taking that on the lower lash line, outer corner. Alright, so next I will be going in with my Pixie nude pencil and just applying that on the actual bottom waterline. Next, we are approaching my favorite part, which I'm sure is most people's favorite part, and that is highlighting. So I wanted to show you affordable options that I have, and these are the two ColourPop loose highlighters. This one is in the shade No Me, and this is in the shade Au Revoir. I like to use the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlighter, cream, whatever, in the shade Lunch Money underneath, so that those loose highlighters have something to grip onto. So what I like to do is I just kind of like to flip it over and have some get on the cap, and all you need is what's on the cap because this thing is so intense. Now I'm going to be going back into that eyeshadow that we used and taking a really precise small brush and just grabbing some of that and putting it on my inner corners. I'm just going in. And then lastly, just applying my mascara, and we are finished with the look. Alright guys, I almost freaking forgot to put on lipstick. I'm going to be going in with my Spice. I'm going to be going in with my Spice lip liner by MAC. So once I have filled them in completely, I'm going to be going in with my Fenty Beauty gloss and just putting it over top. And this is really how I do my makeup when I try and look a little bit more glam and I have a daytime occasion or something like that. So yeah, if you liked the video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe if you haven't already. I think I have 21 subscribers, which is insane to me. Like, I mean, I know like it's not crazy to anybody, but when you're putting in work and you're really passionate about something, it's like, even if one person wants to look at your stuff, it's like, wow, you know? So I'm really grateful and appreciating every step of the progress that I am making. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Is that too much? Cut.